Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion we're off to Franklinford. Now Franklinford is a township in the Central Highlands of Victoria, Australia, located in the Shire of Hepburn, 123 kilometres or 76 miles northwest of the state capital, Melbourne. It was the site chosen by an Edward Stone Parker to build the Loddon Aboriginal Protectorate station at Franklinford in January 1841, which was an important focus for the Dja Dja Wurrung people, and I hope I've pronounced it correctly, and I apologise if I haven't, from 1841 until they were forcibly resettled in 1864. It is located on the Midland Highway. In January 1841, Parker selected the site on the northern side of Mount Franklin on Jim Crow Creek with permanent spring water. The site was chosen with the support of the Dja Dja Wurrung as well as the Crown Lands Commissioner Frederick Powlett. Approval for the site was given in March, and a large number of the Dja Dja Wurrung accompanied Parker there in June 1841, where the station was established on William Molson's Caliban Run, where an outstation hut already existed. This became known as the Loddon Aboriginal Protectorate Station at Franklinford, and the area was known to the Dja Dja Wurrung as Lani Ni Barramull, or the habitat of the emu. Franklinford provided a very important focus for the Dja Dja Wurrung during the 1840s, where they received a measure of protection and rations, but they continued with their traditional cultural practices and semi-nomadic lifestyle as much as they could. At times, over 200 Aboriginals congregated at Franklinford. The Protectorate ended on the 31st of December 1848, with about 20 or 30 Dja Dja Wurrung living at the station at the time. Parker and his family remained living at Franklinford, and 6 Dja Dja Wurrung men and their families settled at Franklinford, but all but one died from misadventure and respiratory disease. We'll continue with the history, but for now we'll listen to the sights and sounds of Franklinford as we see it today. Now once again, I'm using my hand to block out the sun as I'm putting the camera up against the window to see what's inside. And it very much looks like a school with the old blackboard there. So it does have a little kitchenette right at the front. And there's your front door just there. So absolutely terrific for a community hall. Get together, have a meeting, and can be used for other purposes as well, I guess. The Aboriginal Protectorate School at Franklinford was closed in February 1864, with the children and families forcibly resettled at Currandeek Reserve. On the 26th of May 2004, Susan Rankin, a Dja Dja Wurrung elder, peacefully reoccupied Crown land at Franklinford in central Victoria, calling her campsite the Going Home Camp. Rankin asked the Victorian Department of Sustainability and Environment to produce documents proving that the Crown has the right to occupy these lands. And according to the 2nd of June 2004 Daylesford advocate, local DSE officers admitted they cannot produce these documents and doubt such documents even exist. Franklinford Post Office opened on the 15th of February 1859 and closed in 1969. There is no longer any general store or hotel in the town, the nearest being in Newstead, Hepburn or Daylesford. Now I'll just jump in here, and as per normal, all the credits and references, the images where I've found them and the information I've provided can be found in the description below. Now, as we can see behind me, the church has been converted to a residential premises. The only giveaway is, I guess, the skylight and the chimney. So every chance they put a mezzanine up there. Could even be an Airbnb, worth checking out if you wanted to stay in the area. But it looks terrific. Now, also worth noting, there's a fantastic sculpture garden in the church grounds and the church school grounds. Take a look at that. That is just fantastic. Great imagination. And inside here, there's quite a lot of other sculptures. Not sure if you can see in the background there. There's a few others in the background as well, but there's over a dozen, I'd say, scattered throughout the gardens here. Very nice, very good. Now I am going to take a bit of a guess here and say that that shed or small outbuilding was built at the same time as the church up there. So here we have the Kanga Park estate. I think I did have a couple of photos, historic photos of this location. If I can, I'll get some photos. If I can also, I'll get the drone up. I won't intrude, it's obviously a private property, private residence, and see what we can see. So this is Kanga Park. And as you can see, there are quite a number of houses. The property, the home stead that you see right in the middle of the screen, that's not the only building. There's a lot more other buildings behind those trees just there. But it's a well-kept property, this one. Absolutely terrific. So this does appear to be the location or the marker for where the Aboriginal school site was. And as we can see, 1849 to 1864. Didn't seem to last that long. And I'm sure during the voiceover at the start of the video we'll probably find out why. Once again, what I normally do is I do a lot of the video footage that I capture in a town, and I do the research separately. Sometimes it's before, sometimes it's after. Sometimes I can guess right to what I'm about to see, and sometimes I just can't remember and what I researched until I put it all together during editing. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but it has to be on a pulley system with a motor inside the shed. For what reason? I have no idea. But what a beauty. She's still standing. That's terrific. Now, this would have to be the best men's shed. Could be a lady shed as well. It's got a TV. Church pews. Very good. Guess it's a great place for a family get together. Set up a barbecue. I can see they're very much into the Collingwood Football Club. But what a great setting this is. Now we're sort of in the gully. I'll just swing around, and up there is where the Aboriginal school was, the church, and where the bulk of the history of this town actually sort of seems to stem from. But as you can see, we're very much in a valley down here. Now that is one rickety bridge. It's supposed to be their historic bridge, and I would definitely say it is historic, and she is old. Just up there leads to a private property, so we don't go up there. Not sure if you can see the bird sunning itself on the bridge. Probably not at the right angle here. Now you should be able to see the bird. What a beauty. Now there obviously has been some flooding throughout the years. And who knows how recent. But as you can see, all the trees, the branches, the logs, and you can sort of tell which way the water travels. So it goes from your left on the screen to your right. But yeah, must have been some serious flooding because it goes right up to the top. And I guess that's why the bridge is no longer in service. Now I do have to admit, this is a really lovely little area. I'll go up out of this little sort of trench area or riverbank side, and I'll show you that people actually can come and camp here. So it's free camping in this location. So as you can see, people are camping here. It is for free and not a bad spot. No bathrooms, no water, so you've got to bring all that yourself. But yeah, very good. So this is just another section of the river. We're still at that bridge and where the people were camping. We're just around the corner. It's like not even 100 metres away. And this area is known as the Streamside Reserve. Now, I can tell you there are fish in this creek. And the only reason I'm saying that is I just saw one. But it wasn't big. It wasn't something you could put on the barbecue. It was very small. But yeah, you can probably wander around here, right around the river's edge, right around to where people have set up camp. And as I said, it's a free camping spot. But it's such a picturesque, peaceful area. Absolutely lovely. It's just terrific. A lot of bird life. So if you're into bird watching, I've seen probably 3 or 4 different varieties just in the last 10 minutes. Now on this occasion we will be visiting the cemetery, and I'll try to look for those members, women and men, who have served with our Defence Forces, particularly during the First and Second World Wars. As I mentioned probably in other videos, not everyone will have markers on their grave tombstones or grave sites indicating they have served. I'm only following the ones that have some sort of mention about it. So here we are nearing the end of this video or presentation, and it is a small town, there's no doubt about it. You could drive straight through without even noticing. Hopefully it's highlighted to you and maybe a place you might like to spend a little bit of time. There is a free camping ground. There's a lot of history with the town itself in relation to the pioneers and the Aboriginals in the area. The cemetery is worth a bit of a visit, and also there is a lovely number of churches and that community building that was once a school to visit. So if you did like the video, by all means click on that thumbs up icon or like button, and please consider subscribing. Subscribing does not cost you 1 cent and it helps out the channel immensely. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day.